Hey Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I am here today to do an old tag, the Booktube Watching Tag. So, this tag was created by Harriet Rosie, excuse me. So let's get into the questions. Question number 1, how many channels are you subscribed to? So I actually had to get on my phone, bring up all my subscribers and go through and count. And it is approximately 150 or so. At the end of 2020, I went through to see who had maybe like given up on their channel in the last year, or who hadn't made any videos for a really long time, which I understand why that would be the case in 2020, but so I kind of cleaned out it, and even just in looking at the list this morning, I'm just like, I haven't seen any videos from this person in so long, so I really need to, I don't know, there's only so much time, right, to watch Booktube. I wish there were more, but so I don't get to watch as much Booktube as I would like. But question number 2, when do you normally watch Booktube? So every night before I go to bed, I watch Booktube. Otherwise, it's kind of sporadic, I guess. Question 3, how do you balance Booktube watching, reading, and making your own videos? And I think this is super, super hard. So, I think sometimes a lot of the people on Booktube who don't have a channel don't understand the pressure that someone who does have a channel feels. You gotta keep reading. You gotta keep reading or you don't have anything to talk about. I mean, can you imagine a Friday Reads video where I was like, I'm not reading anything right now. That's not very interesting. Especially in March, we're reading these huge 800-page or more books. It gets even more challenging because you're trying to stay on track with your reading. You're trying to respond to comments and keep creating interesting content, and then finding time to watch other people's channels and what they're doing and comment on those videos. If you have like a great tip or idea, like please let me know. If you have some suggestions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. Let's see. Question 4. Is there a difference between videos you like watching and videos you like making? Yes, there is actually. So, I mean, for instance, so TBRs, like I've heard other people in the Booktube community say, I don't really like watching TBRs. For things like events, like particularly like right now, like March of the Mammoths, I've been really curious about what people are reading. And so I get nosy and what's your mammoth, that kind of thing. So I do like that, but generally overall, like just a random month TBR, like I probably won't watch that video. For me, making a TBR video, so I tend, with the exception of the current quarter, I make quarterly TBRs so that I have some kind of flexibility and I'm not being overly ambitious and that sort of thing. But by making a TBR video, even if none of you watch it, I feel really accountable to the people who are subscribed to my channel. I feel really, really accountable, and I want to make sure that I read the books that I said I was going to read. So in general, that has really helped me, like tell myself, okay, like you said you were going to read this, like, so it's time to step it up. And I made a vague TBR for this quarter, but I already know, like, it's gone. It's like I've there's at least 2 books, maybe quite a few more that I won't be getting to this month, but that's okay, because the beginning of the year was just strange, and I knew March of the Mammoths was coming, and that was going to be really time consuming. So, but in general, overall, I would say when I make a TBR video, I really, really stick to those books. Question 5, who is the first booktuber you subscribed to, and do you still watch them? Okay, so aside from my husband, who's a booktuber, that's Jason at Old Blues Chapter and Verse, if you didn't know. So, I mean, obviously I subscribed to his channel first, but after that, the first booktuber I subscribed to was Steve Donahue. And yes, I am still subscribed to Steve Donahue, and I do still watch his videos, even though I can't seem to say his name right now. Let's see. Question 6. What is the most recent booktuber you subscribe to? Or who is the most recent booktuber you subscribe to? And again, I just did a shout out video on Sunday, and so yeah, I mean, the most recent one is Book Time with Elvis, but there's several new booktubers that I'm really looking forward to see what happens with their channel. Let's see here. Question 7, share an old favorite booktuber. And question 8 is share a new favorite booktuber. Okay, and I just can't, I mean, I just can't pick. And the truth is, like, Booktube has really changed for me. Since I started my channel about 2.5 years ago, a little over 2.5 years ago, I get so much joy from communicating with people on Voxer or in the comments section. So, I mean, honestly, like, some of my favorite booktubers don't have channels, you know? I mean, Joe Smith and Allie at Fox Folios, like, I love talking to them. So Allie and I are reading Parade's End right now together, and it is such a deep, deep dive into that book. I mean, and neither one of us has any kind of footnotes, but I mean, the things that she has shown to me about that book that I would have never seen on my own. So, you know, I mean, a favorite booktuber, I mean, it might be somebody who doesn't have a channel. I'm reading Our Mutual Friend with Joe right now, and yeah, like, she pointed out something to me just last night, and I was like, how did I miss that? I totally missed that in the book. And so now I'm like, okay, I get it. But yeah, so, I mean, again, like, some of my favorite and best interactions with other booktubers don't necessarily happen, like, by watching a video. I will also say that there are certain booktubers that there's something special or unique about them, like Steve Donahue. Okay, so, and I was fortunate enough to be watching his channel in the days where he was getting huge tubs of mail from publishers every day, and would do maybe sometimes multiple mail hauls in a day. And yeah, like, I mean, I know that that's probably not going to return, but though, I mean, I love those videos, and even now, even when he only has 3 packages, like, I'm still really curious. Like, it's a surprise to both of us, right? It's a surprise to him as he opens the envelope, and it's a surprise to us. So, but otherwise, like, I don't watch haul videos. I don't watch anyone's. He's the only channel that I will watch a haul video for. In part because I just don't really haul books myself. Jason and I own, I mean, 1,000 books. So, yeah, and we've read a third of them, you know? So yeah, it's just not something that I'm interested in. However, like, there's certain, like, again, and there's other booktubers, it's the same thing, right? Like, they offer something sort of special and unique to their channel, and so I'm on the lookout for that. Like, the thing that they bring to Booktube that is different from other people, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, and not saying very well. Question 9. What is one of your Booktube pet peeves? Oh, this is so... I'm trying to restrain myself here. What have you learned from watching other Booktubers? Much of this doesn't necessarily happen in the video and in the comment section. Although it started to happen more in the comment section. But, you know, one of the things I know people have told me about, like, how much they love vlogs, which are just so hard for me to make, you guys. I have no idea the challenge a vlog poses. But, you know, but people like vlogs because they like to see inside your life a little bit, and I understand that. And so by watching people's vlogs, like, I have seen glimpses into other people's lives, but I've also been able to do that in conversations that are taking place, again, not on YouTube, and not in the comment section, but just in Voxer or wherever, like learning about, you know, like the things people are dealing with in their personal lives. And I've been really blessed that people have felt safe in sharing things with me, that they feel like that this is a safe space to do that. That's important to me. But yeah, so I've learned about people all over the world and all kinds of different things. So I think as far as Booktube goes, you know, consistently Booktubers are you know, their videos are a reminder to me of what can I do better, and what do I really care about, and what does that Booktuber really care about, and maybe they're not the same thing, but that's okay. I mean, I certainly admire the high production value of certain Booktubers, but that's probably not something that is going to happen on my channel anytime in the near future, although this iPad is really it's really maybe on its last leg, so I don't know, maybe that's where my stimulus check will go. I think I've said that before. I'm so fortunate to be married to a Booktuber because I have, you know, constantly have questions about things, and he's my tech assistant. As low tech as my channel is, I still have technical issues, so yeah, so I'm so fortunate to be part of the Booktube community. I saw a video this morning, granted it was posted like 3 months ago, about like, and it was a larger Booktuber, and not necessarily someone that I feel like is part of this little corner of Booktube, and they were talking about like why people are leaving Booktube, and I was like, I don't think people are leaving, like, I don't think our community is shrinking. I just think maybe certain people are drawn to certain places in Booktube, and yeah, so I'm super blessed and super fortunate to be part of the Booktube community that I am. All right, Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.